Nightmarchers takes place in a post-apocalyptic Hawaii on the island of Oahu. It has been over 50 years since the Great Thunder wiped out most everyone on the island. Earthquakes shook the entire island, tsunamis covered all but the highest points in water, only a lucky few survived. As the island had finally started to recover, the old god Kamapua'a returned after enslaving the survivors into becoming his raiders or killing those who opposed. Kamapua'a now controls the entire island with the exception of a few small pockets of survivors. Your role in Nightmarchers is as Kai, a descendant of a great kahuna who has been chosen by the gods to retake Oahu with their help. How you achieve this is completely up to you. A critical part of your path to retaking the island is based on which of the surviving factions you will work with. There are 4 factions that have survived. The Oahuans are the islanders who have survived and began to rebuild. They aspire to be Pono in all of their actions. They have survived thanks to their great farming and hunting skills. As they are expert riflemen, it had been enough to stay safe until the recent increased raids from Kamapua'a finally overwhelmed them. The Ali'i are direct descendants of the royal family and their loyal followers. They have returned to following the old gods and blame the apocalypse on the abandonment of them in the first place. Their faith has been rewarded, giving them greater strength and abilities beyond any average human. The Lava Dogs were a small group of Marines that happened to be doing a drill high on a mountain and survived the initial flooding. They have regrouped and recruited enough to keep their numbers growing, and they possess the only knowledge of high-end military training and weapons on the island. While their firepower is stronger than what Kamapua'a raiders bear, their numbers are too small to do more than just survive. The Research Institute, or TRI, are the group behind the event in the first place. They thought they had found a new power resource and instead ripped open a connection with the spirit world, throwing Oahu into isolation. While most of their team was lost, the survivors have retained their knowledge and continue their research even now. Their high-tech weaponry and gadgets have kept them alive and hidden. The primary story mechanic in Nightmarchers is based on outpost capture. How you capture outposts is up to you. Will you use stealth, heavy weapons, powerful skills from the gods, or even tricks particular to an outpost to destroy them? Once an outpost is destroyed, it is up to you to decide which faction you want to have rebuild the outpost, shaping what the future of the island will be. When you rebuild an outpost for a faction, it will have immediate effects on the surrounding area. Patrols, enemies, and even wildlife will all change based on the decisions you have made. You also unlock new skills with each tier of outpost capture you unlock for a faction. These skills are unique to each faction, so the groups you help will directly affect the skills you have available to you as a player. As you level up your character, you gain additional skill points you can spend to improve these unlocked skills. Your decisions to rebuild for the factions is also what allows these factions to thrive, unlocking more of each faction's story. As you hit each outpost tier, the continued story for that faction will unlock, revealing even more about the faction as well as new items and recipes to help in your fight to retake Oahu. Will the island be rebuilt just for one faction, or will you instead try to help them all in a balanced approach? The decision is yours. No matter which factions you help or wipe out, you will have the help of the Akua or gods as you find and rebuild their shrines hidden throughout the island. Each god will teach you a very powerful spell or spells that will aid you in rebuilding Oahu. New offensive abilities from additional arrows for your spirit bow like explosion, possession, or distraction, to calling in a lightning strike or even summoning a small volcanic eruption. You can additionally learn new movement forms like turning into a bird or a shark. Additionally, the event has left a number of spirits trapped on the island that you will find and help how you see fit. Will you help restore their issues and allow them to pass along peacefully, or use their knowledge to gain items and leave them to suffer forever? Through your actions and decisions, you will shape not only your character, but the entire island of Oahu. The future is yours to decide in Nightmarchers.